Andrew, I drink this every day. My wife drinks this every single day. I'll make a glass here. How did you do this? And quite honestly, how excited are you at the response? It's been amazing.
Well, I knew the response would be positive, but again, when we talked about Choco Duvo, I said, you know, with things that have a flavor, everybody has their own taste buds and their own sense of what tastes good and doesn't, but I really thought we had succeeded with a very universal taste and flavor. It's not overly sweet. No. We don't use any sugar. There's no carb, there's no calories. So to begin with, it sounds like we have 3 strikes against us. No sugar, no carb, no calories. How could it taste good? But of the 179 reviews, last time I looked, 138 of them were 5-star reviews. You add in the 4-star reviews, you're over 150. So it's almost, and it's unbelievable to me, universally viewed as a delicious product. I drink it like candy. I've always loved cranberry juice, but I hated the enormous amounts of sugar that was in it. This is my yummy cranberry pomegranate juice that has none of the sugar, has vitamin C, a full B complex. It's rich in nutrition, and it's no sugar, no calories, no carb. So many of us are watching our sugar intake, watching our blood sugar. This is something that all it is, it's just plain delicious. And of course, no carbonation. Carbonation is a way to make a product that otherwise wouldn't taste good, to make it taste better. So this is so inherently delicious that we don't need to add carbonation, which, by the way, in a drink like this, when they add carbonation, because the carbonation is not sort of naturally occurring, when they add carbonation, it's just adding CO2 to the environment. Who needs to be adding more carbon dioxide to the environment?
I'm excited for you to try this as a way to feel good during the winter time, getting that vitamin C, getting all the benefits. The pricing is sensational. 30 packs, 90 packs are $180. If I may be so bold, I would advise you to dive right in at the $180. Normal pricing is $119.90 today. It's $79.90. The benefits that it can bring to you are fantastic because of the key nutrients, but it's the flavor. And no matter how good something is for you, if you don't enjoy it or look forward to it, you might not do it. Because the taste is so delicious, you will look forward to it. I'll read 2 reviews real fast, because the reviews have started to pour in. Efficiency tastes good and good for me. I love Andrew Lessman's products, and I'm taking more than quite a few capsules daily with each meal. When I saw another way to get vitamin C and B complex and support my urinary tract, I purchased Efficiency immediately when Andrew introduced it. When I tasted it, I was even more pleased. It's delicious. Now I can drink vital nutrients without added sugar and taking more capsules. Thank you, Andrew. I'll be reordering it. This one just says, I was amazed at how good it tastes. It mixes immediately, almost without stirring. I decided to add it to my Secure Chocolate, and wow, talking about all the different ways you can enjoy it. Andrew, that's the thing. You cracked the code on the flavor. It is 100 times better than some of those other vitamin C drinks that we see in every store in America. I prefer this by far.
Well, it's something that took a tremendous amount of work, again, years and years and years. A gentleman named Mike Hensel in our product development department, he really was just as uncompromising and obsessive as I am about creating a quality product. So when you taste all those artificial products that you see in supermarkets with all their unpleasant and undesirable ingredients, and you look at all the calories they contain, and you look at this with 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carb, no artificial sweeteners. It's just naturally delicious, rich in nutrition. There's just nothing like it anywhere else. It's not available anywhere else, nothing like it.
Let's talk about For Life. Let's talk about an amazing comprehensive blend of 5 probiotic strains. It's Andrew's Ultimate Friendly Flora. Heard a lot about this over the years, and I've learned a lot about this, which is why it is on my daily regimen, and we'll get into that in a few moments. But Andrew, potent, powerful, and really important for a lot of things, helping to promote immunity and also digestive health as well.
Well, our microbiome is a part of us that gets no credit at all.
Right.
We've heard about the microbiome perhaps and probiotics, and that we have some organisms that might live in our colon, but we don't have some organisms that live in our colon. We have more than 100 trillion. So that's not a million, that's not 100 million, that's not 100 billion, that's 100 trillion. That's more cells than we have in our entire body. So there are more organisms in our body than we have cells in our body. So as far as I'm concerned, the moment I hear that, I think, okay, is that going to be decided by some random process in a world that's unhealthy, that's sterilized, that doesn't support the balance of healthy organisms in us? Or do I want to make that choice? And do I want to make that choice based upon research that looks at the healthiest microbiomes and the healthiest individuals and what's associated with better digestion, a better immune system function, better aging, and better function? To use to decide that microbiome. And of course, that's what we all want to do. And that's how this product was designed. There are thousands of different species and strains of microorganisms, and a lot of companies get kind of cute in that which they choose. We just followed the straightforward science that's been around for decades that shows in a crystal clear fashion what are the most important strains, which have been around obviously for millions of years, and those that support us are those that we selected. Also, it's more than just selecting the best strains. You have to make sure that those strains, like if you're a farmer, you wouldn't want to just buy the best seeds.
Right.
You want to make sure those are the seeds that are going to germinate in your fields and give you the best crops. And that's what you have to do with these microorganisms. You have to choose those that will survive the acid in your stomach to ultimately then germinate and make themselves at home. If you're inviting your best friends, you want them to make themselves at home in your digestive system and throughout your body, and that's how you get the health benefits from them.
I still have the notes on my card from that very first time when Andrew and I presented it, and what really convinced me that I needed it. Because of antacids and proton pump inhibitors. Andrew was discussing how they can help upset the pH in your stomach, making it challenging for friendly flora to populate. That was something I was very, very much onto, so that made a difference to me. Some of the reviews here also speak to the difference it's made to them. Feel so much better, says this first reviewer. I wanted to wait until I had a chance to see what this product would do before I wrote a review. I've been taking 1 capsule a day for 6 weeks now. Wow, I feel so much better. I rarely feel good after I eat, even with a strict no gluten diet. I noticed after a few weeks of taking Ultimate Friendly Flora that after I ate, I didn't have that annoying feeling of bad digestion. I didn't feel anything, which is wonderful. I've been taking another name brand probiotic for years and decided to try this. I'm so happy I did. Taking this product has made a huge difference in my life. Thank you so much. Andrew, it's an amazing probiotic. I don't need to refrigerate it. It's powerful. It's evolved over the years. It really is awesome.
And that's another thing. This is a product I talked about how it took us 5 years to bring our Saffron to market.
Yep.
This product took over 20 years to bring to market because we ship our products directly to you. I had to make sure that the organisms we selected, not only did they survive the acid in your stomach, but they had to survive heat or any other conditions on shipping. So my product doesn't require refrigeration. You could take it to work with you. You could leave it in your drawer at the office. You don't want to necessarily leave it in your glove compartment of the car because the car could get very hot. But it's a product that's designed to work for you, work within the normal constraints of a normal life. And we chose the perfect balance of strains. And again, it's over 25 billion. That's with a B, 25 billion colony-forming units. So we couldn't make a better product. In fact, we changed it dramatically only a little over a year ago, dramatically, and we improved it. Its efficacy, we improved the strains. So we constantly evolve our products to make them better. You will not find a better probiotic, a better microbiome-enhancing friendly flora product in the world than this product.
I had the pleasure actually of being with Andrew out in Nevada when we actually launched the Marine Collagen Peptides. To give you an idea of the popularity of this product, here is a product that is basically, when we talk about collagen, it is the structural protein for the body. And for so many of us, right, we think about it, we think about taking all and using all the beauty products that are topical collagen. Here you have the chance to influence that, those important structural changes from the inside out. 1,927 reviews, 1,250, I believe, are perfect 5 stars. So you have the choice, quickly, of your Marine Collagen Peptides or the free range. Over here are all of the different sizes. You can go for the 30 servings. You say $16.45 on our special prices for tonight. 60 servings, you're saving $31.90 at only $34.90. 120, $59.90, you're saving $63. But look at this. The 240 servings, you are saving $123.20. I love these. I mix them every day with a little bit of my favorite juice. You can mix them really with pretty much anything. But without any further ado, let Andrew tell you a little bit more about these important products. Here he is.
Hi there, Andrew Lessman here with a little quick mention of our monthly special, which is our Marine Collagen Peptides and our free-range collagen peptides. Both of these will not be a today's special until the very end of the year. I think at least October or November of this year. So quite some time. This is the best pricing you'll see all year until then. So great pricing, a great opportunity to save. And free-range collagen peptides, marine collagen peptides. Before I started talking to them about them a few decades ago, no one talked about collagen peptides. Now it seems everybody's jumped on the bandwagon. I see beverages with them in it. I see food bars with them in it. And again, collagen peptides are very difficult ingredients to do correctly. We have the experience necessary to do them correctly. We are an original manufacturer of our products. We don't rely on contract manufacturers. I get my collagen peptides from the same folks I've been getting them from for decades. The most reliable, I think the most trusted, the most experienced manufacturer of collagen peptides from Japan. So we go wherever we need to go in the world to ensure that we're going to get you the best materials and the best opportunity to see benefits. So collagen peptides, whether it's your skin, wrinkles in your skin, appearance of cellulite, I'll talk about that during the shows, whether it's the comfort of your joints, collagen peptides are a critical integrating protein in our body. They really are the matrix protein in our body. And when we're looking at our body, collagen is the primary protein found in our body. So this is an opportunity to deliver something that is critical for the structure of our joints, critical for the structure of our skin. And as we age, collagen synthesis struggles. We see it in our skin, we feel it in our joints. And this is an opportunity to not just provide the raw material you need, but also to do so in a fashion that actually stimulates and signals to collagen synthesis that you're ready to go. And it's an opportunity to make a visible difference. So I hope you give it a try.
You combine the science, you combine that with the vanity part of this. To me, this is such an important product. Love to share with you at least a review before we move on. And this sort of says it all. Drinkable beauty inside and out. I mix my 2 scoops of marine collagen peptides in my morning coffee daily. I've done that too. I am 55 years young woman. However, most don't realize my age. I totally believe it's because of this product. I have shared the secret with many of my friends, and it has made a tremendous difference in their outward appearances. Less wrinkles, smoother skin with a glow. It is truly an amazing product. Again, I must thank Andrew Lessman for blessing others. Don't ever give up on creating healthy products with Earth's nature. Love it. And again, 085851. I invite you to take advantage of these huge savings. As I step over to the next one, don't forget again, the 240, you're saving $123.20 tonight.
Talk about attention grabbing, an ultimate beauty secret, especially important in the winter, an internal moisturizer as it's described, Phytoceramides. It doesn't matter whether it's Colleen Lopez or Amy Morrison on the Beauty Report. Andrew, everybody is talking about Phytoceramides, one of your most popular products of recent years.
Well, it's a most popular product when we talk about it in terms of beauty.
Yes.
But this time of year, I always like to refocus on it because having moist skin is not just about beauty, not just about the appearance of wrinkles. Having moist skin is often about trouble spots in areas that we have in our body, and especially in the winter. Even though there might be, say, good humidity outdoors, if it's cooler or cold outside and we heat that air for the interior, that air becomes essentially devoid of humidity and moisture. And at night, our airway, our sinuses, our nose, our mouth, our skin, everything is subject to the effects of that essentially zero humidity environment. And that's why this time of year, Phytoceramides, yes, it's always a beauty product to the extent that moist skin is more beautiful skin. But what it really is this time of year, it's just essential moisture for challenged parts of our body and challenged parts of our skin.
Well, we are obviously delighted when it's a special purchase price. If you love the great savings, this is free shipping and handling and flex pays for the winter special. Not an inexpensive product. I mean, truly, as Andrew will share with us, normal pricing, $200, $199.90. If you order it today, it's $124.90. Andrew, I'll read really quickly 3 reviews.
And just quickly,
yeah.
It's only 1 capsule per day, and
yes.
this is also the next best pricing to the Today's Special,
yeah.
just so everyone knows. And there won't be a Today's Special on this for at least 7 or 8 months.
So this is a good opportunity to grab it, especially when you hear what people say. Head to toe results, says the first reviewer. I've been taking this product for almost 2 years and I continue to see multiple benefits. In addition to promoting hydration and softness on my face, these capsules have helped the texture and suppleness of my skin on my entire body, including such trouble spots as cuticles, elbows, and feet. The results are truly more than skin deep. My wise mother told me it's not vanity to take care of your skin and look your best. It is self-respect. Thank you, Andrew, for boosting my self-respect. First review, I'll just do one last one because we don't have a lot of time left. First review in 20 plus years should say it all. After the 3rd week, I realized that my cuticles were not dry and my nails were no longer peeling. It was as if they fused back together. Then I noticed no longer have the dry bumps on the back of my arms. They're gone. My skin is much softer. My face no longer looks dry either. At a dinner party, a group of women all huddled around asking what my secret is. I showed them the bottle. As a matter of fact, this is my first ever review on HSN as a 20 plus year customer. Mic drop, Andrew Lessman. Andrew, I don't know how else we could wrap up this presentation than that. That says everything, right?
Well, it's... And as I said before, when we focus on it more in the summer, we focus on all the beauty benefits. This time of year, I think we all underestimate the impact that dry air has, not just on the appearance and beauty of our skin, but on our mouth, our nose, our sinuses, our eyes, and of course our skin as well, that really makes those trouble spots, whether it's our elbows, our heels, our feet, our cuticles, that challenges them even more. So to the extent that beauty is desirable, then also with an ingredient like this, you're just having an opportunity to support those challenged parts of our body. And and this time of year, it's the most challenging year.
We talk about our eyes and looking after our eyes. Maybe as we age, maybe from being on the computer all day long or the phone all day long, we need to promote healthy vision and protect those delicate tissues. There is a product called Ultimate Eye Support, and it has been doing just that for many, many years. But Andrew, what we see today is different to what we saw before from the original launch many years ago. This evolves like everything that you do.
Well, originally the product started off with, focusing on those nutrients that are protective of our eyes. And then about 20 years ago, we introduced lutein with trace amounts of zeaxanthin. And then probably about 12 years ago, we introduced high levels of zeaxanthin. We've always included, for at least the last 15 or 20 years, probably 20 years, high levels of anthocyanins from bilberry, but it's been a product that's evolved as the science on eye health has evolved. That yes, eye health involves you're going to see your optometrist, your optician, your ophthalmologist. We need to make sure that the pressure of our eyes is remaining stable and steady, and that's a simple test for glaucoma, easy to do, it's painless. We want our doctors to look in our eyes and make sure our retina are healthy. So it's very important to involve yourself with your optometrist or ophthalmologist to support your eye health. But your diet is one of the easiest and best places to make a tremendous difference in eye health. Unfortunately, the way we eat as Americans, a big opportunity for eye health in terms of our diet. Cold water fish, omega-3s, lutein, zeaxanthin, richest sources being things like spinach, kale, green beans, the things we don't eat in abundance. Iceberg lettuce, not a good source. A little leaf of arugula here and there, not a great source. But lutein and zeaxanthin are just, when it comes to the lifetime health of your eyes, they are life-changing. And now we also know that lutein and zeaxanthin also are critically important for the healthy aging of our brain as well. Our eye and our brain are so closely related that shouldn't come as any surprise. But this product has been one of those products that, again, like our omega-3s, like the efficiency we just talked about, it's virtually a perfectly reviewed product that we don't remove the bad reviews, but the positive reviews here are over 95% of the reviews.
If you're thinking, well, is this going to work for me? Is it too late to work for me? Andrew, the answer is, of course, no. It's never too late to start to look after and protect your eyes.
In fact, it's amazing when it's just the opposite. It maybe, as they say, it's counterintuitive. But if you really think about it, it makes sense. When we're young, our body can accommodate almost anything. And our body can get away with maybe not even having all that much in the way of help or assistance from a healthy diet. As we get older, our body struggles to accommodate the stresses and the challenges of life and a lifetime of challenges. So when we get older, the differences that a healthy diet, that the ingredients in a dietary supplement can make are night and day, are profound. So never think it's too late. It's the same for changes in lifestyle, whether it's changing our diet, changing our lifestyle, changing our body composition. As we get older, the benefits of those changes are dramatic. When we're younger, they tend to be more subtle. We can get away with murder when we're younger. As we get older, that license for misbehavior has gone away. We need to pay attention, and when we do, we reap the rewards, we reap the benefits of those good decisions. And Ultimate Eye is just that. It is a great decision.
Final show of the anniversary. Some great reviews. You just read one that was on screen just saying, I have worn glasses since I was a sophomore in high school and now in my 60s. My eye doctor says that my eyes are doing great. Here's another one, great product. Like all of Andrew's products, this is wonderful. I take lots of his products. This is a see the difference product, no pun intended. Just had an eye exam and I couldn't be happier. At my age, I was expecting a not so good report, but was so happy when the doctor told me my prescription has not changed much in the last 3 years. Wow. I told him the vitamins I was taking and he told me don't stop, they are working. If you're ordering today for the 25th anniversary, you're taking advantage of big savings. 30 caps, 60, 180, or the 360. Normal pricing is here. If you order today, look where we are. Big savings are in store. 1,700 five-star reviews is really impressive. And Andrew, it continues to be one of those that people describe as life-changing.
And well, and it's, again, it doesn't have to be my supplement. We, as I always like to say, we religiously follow the science, whether it's lutein, zeaxanthin in their proper molecular forms, whether it's the anthocyanins from bilberry, from blackcurrant, from black elder. We make sure that you get the ingredients you need. But the ingredients that I'm talking about, you can find them in quality supplements. You might have to piece them together. And it might have ingredients and additives you don't want. But one shouldn't leave this show thinking that my supplements are the only answer, the only solution. What is the answer and solution are things like lutein and zeaxanthin. That's not my idea. That's our natural blueprint. That's the God-given blueprint. Lutein and zeaxanthin are the optical pigments. They are part of the way our retina works, the way the optical system, the visual system works. We can't see well. Our eyes won't age well without them. They're critical. So we have a choice. We get them from our diet, or we suffer the consequences if we do not. And lutein and zeaxanthin are straightforward. They're available in other supplements. I just try to make it simple and affordable and all in one place.
Maximum L&Z, lutein and zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, there's a lot to talk about here. A quick special on a product that is so important and really paramount when you're looking at eye health and the age-related changes that we go through. Andrew, our eyes, they go through a lot every single moment of every day.
Well, our eyes, unfortunately, in order to work, we have to keep them open. And when we keep our eyes open, we let light in. And light is a powerful destructive force. Yes, light is, what do we have expressions like when you see the light? Yes, we have to see that light. But that light is radiation, and radiation is damaging. I mean, if you leave a newspaper out in the sun for a few minutes, you could watch what happens to the color of the paper. So light is a powerful force that, unfortunately, and I was mentioning the story, one of the original developers of the surgeon for lens replacement surgery who did that technology 50, 60 years ago, I remember him always saying when I asked him, when is it all of those age-related changes really get started in the eye that necessitate the kinds of interventions he used to engage in as a surgeon? And I would expect him to say, oh, when you're 35, 40, 45, or something like that. And he said, no, the moment we open our eyes as an infant, that's when it all starts. Right. And every day of our life, we have an opportunity to make a difference. But we have to make sure that our eye has the protective molecules that it's used for as long as humans have been on this earth, that these molecules have been there to support and protect the tissues of our eye. Unfortunately, those molecules, lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, they are not part of the typical American diet to speak of. They're basically insignificant, less than 10% of the amount we require on a daily basis is perhaps what we're lucky to get from our diet. So this product, lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, it gives us high levels of all three of the most important carotenoids in a single capsule. So just one capsule gives the same levels of lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin that deliver 2 capsules of our ultimate eye.
And please know, these are expensive ingredients. Today we have special savings, so if you kind of look at the pricing chart, you'll see the 240 caps would normally be $300, just shy of. We're at $139.90 and the savings are $159.87, so you're saving more than you're spending, so that's important. Lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, huge opportunity. In fact, a couple reviews real fast, because this is a compelling one. I can see clearly now. I just started taking these, but I do see the results. I can see clearly and do not need my far glasses. I also take the Ultimate Eye Support and astaxanthin with it. Upon my doctor appointment for my eye, he said it was a great improvement. I highly recommend this product. Really, really works. I take a lot of Andrew's vitamins, but this one, I really could see a difference right away with my eyesight. I partner it with the Ultimate Eye Support, but I didn't see the results like I do now until I added this. It really, really works, says Debbie in California. Andrew, final thoughts on our Maximum L plus C plus A?
Well, there's no more comprehensive source of carotenoids, high potency. When you look at the 18 milligrams, 12 and 6 of lutein and zeaxanthin, without even considering astaxanthin, that's about the amount of lutein and zeaxanthin in a typical American diet over 10 days. So if you took this once every week or 10 days, you'd be more than doubling the lutein and zeaxanthin intake. And they are the optical pigments. They are what defines the appearance and the function of the retina of our eye. So it's incredibly affordable today. It's basically next best pricing to today's special. So I hope everyone takes advantage of it or eats lots of green leafy vegetables. That's the key to lutein and zeaxanthin.
Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like 12-month VIP financing on select items, plus extra flex on beauty, jewelry, shoe, and fashion purchases all day, every day. And at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card. Love reading reviews from fellow HSN shoppers? Reviews help everyone shop smarter, so share the love. Find the perfect legging? One-of-a-kind necklace? Go ahead, dish. Search Write a Review on hsn.com to learn how to leave a review from your HSN account. We may even use it on air. All of our reviews are from real HSN customers and verified purchases. We want to hear from you. Search Write a Review on hsn.com now.
Don't miss a thing with our HSN app. Get $10 off your first in-app purchase with code WELCOME10. Opt in to push notifications for early access to exclusive app-only deals. Available on Apple and Android devices. Another one that we specifically know is very important is omega-3s, and we only have a little 2-minute special on this, Andrew, but your blend and your formula is extremely unique in that it's a high potency, it's a different form of the DHA that you're giving us, and also no fishy aftertaste. So tell me about this formula that you have
First
for
thing,
us.
if we could, because it's so important, I really wanted to spend more time on this. So I think Pat is our producer. So if we could spend more like 5 or 6 minutes on this, that would be wonderful. Because when I talk about lutein and zeaxanthin, and I talk about astaxanthin, I talk about them whether in the brain or I talk about them in our eyes, in the macular region of our eyes, and I talk about them being the perfect length to sit in that perfect width of the membranes. Guess what those membranes are made of? Omega-3s. And guess what they're principally made of? DHA. So if you don't have an omega-3 product, the perfect way to enjoy the benefits of any good eye support product with lutein and zeaxanthin is making sure you get your omega-3s. It doesn't have to be mine. We have a special price available for it. I think this might be the only mention we're going to give it today. But when you give yourself the omega-3s, it's the perfect 1-2 punch in terms of dealing with dry eye, the ultimate eye, combined with omega-3s. And again, it doesn't have to be mine. What's unique and different about mine is we focus on DHA. And now no time is a better time to understand how important DHA is than the highest concentrations in the entire body of DHA are the retina of the eye. Bar none. Even though the brain is 2/3 DHA, the concentrations in the retina are even higher. So our retina requires DHA. Most omega-3 products, virtually all of them, focus on EPA. We deliver EPA, but we focus on DHA. Most omega-3s are synthetic. Our omega-3s are natural. Most omega-3s will upset your stomach, have a fishy aftertaste. Ours will never have a fishy aftertaste, and it won't upset your stomach. But if you really want to give your body the perfect foundational nutrients for that ultimate eye support, it's combining ultimate eye with an omega-3 product. Yeah. Again, it doesn't have to be mine. And as you see there, that's a really great shot.
Right?
The capsules behind all contain lower potency of omega-3s and dramatically lower levels of DHA. And ours is smaller, no fishy aftertaste, easy to swallow, a pleasure to take. So there's no more important time, unless I was talking about my memory and brain product, I'm talking about our brain. The 2 best times or the 3 best times to talk about omega-3s is if we talk about heart health, eye health, brain health. And we talk about the eye or talk about the brain, it's as simple as structure. Literally 2/3 of the dry weight of the brain, so 2/3 of the weight of the brain other than water, is DHA, the principal ingredient in my omega-3 product. And even more of the relative weight of the retina is DHA. So the concentration of DHA in the retina is higher than that even in the brain. So hopefully it's a great opportunity to ensure in everything I offer Comes with a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. So it's a great way to truly see a difference. If you're experiencing what most of us do as we get older, dry eyes, things like that, combining omega-3 with Ultimate Eye is a great way to prove that my products work, or you could just send them back if you don't love them. But I think you'll be thrilled.
And I don't know if people at home, I mean, why would they know this? But just so everyone can appreciate the amount of planning that goes into these shows that Andrew and his team and us here at HSN, just to bring you all of the complementary vitamins and supplements together. So it really does give you a whole overall look at what you might want to pick up to get the most benefits out of this. I mean, it truly is remarkable the amount of work that goes into the planning, which is another great reason, to Andrew's point, of why you might want to add the essential omega-3s to your order, especially if you are picking up the Ultimate Eye, right?
And look at the great savings. That's almost today's special savings, almost. But even just if you look at the reviews, there are 3,700 reviews. This is an omega-3 product. This is a fish oil product, remember. And 3,200 of those reviews are perfect 5-star reviews. So over 85% of the reviews are 5-star. You add 4-star, you're well over 90, almost to 95%. So it's an unusual omega-3 product that gets that kind of a review. And there's no better time to experience the benefits of omega-3s than when you're seeking the benefits of a product to support your eyes. Ultimate Eye works perfectly on its own, but omega-3s will really breathe life into it to an even greater extent.
You know what's also unusual, Andrew, is to have an omega-3 that doesn't give you that fishy aftertaste, that you're not burping up the rest of the day. And speaking to the reviews, a majority of people always add a line in there about the no fishy aftertaste.
If I'm not mistaken, when I first developed this product, and it was so exciting, I reserved the domain name, nothingfishy.com, because I think there's, if something is something unusual going on, there's something fishy going on here. So I figured it was kind of cute. So we're always going to have the sort of catchphrase on this product being nothing fishy. And it truly is nothing fishy. It's not as though we successfully reduced the fishy aftertaste or the fishy odor. It's gone. And we didn't do it through some fancy technology, some scientific process. We used Mother Nature. And Mother Nature has a whole wide range of natural deodorizing components, and a natural orange citrus oil that we found, and only one worked like this, just neutralizes it. They both neutralize each other. You combine them, no more orange oil, no more fishy oil, so the odors are completely gone. So it's amazing, as I say, if you look hard enough and you pay careful enough attention, Mother Nature offers us miracles. And what I always say is my best products are products that I make in a very straightforward fashion. So my job is really to get out of the way of Mother Nature, to ensure you get the benefits she offers, but not cause you any problems, and just basically get out of her way.
Nothing fishy going on, Andrew. It works on so many levels. It truly does. It is a great weekend special, huge customer pick. And as you can see, the savings very significant, especially as you get into the higher quantity once again, and you can see what you're saving over here at this column. So of course, free shipping on that. There are flex pay options as well.
It's a fantastic product. My favorite part about it is that I, like a lot of you, did not have a good experience supplementing calcium. It's a hard thing to supplement. It's like rock hard tablets. They sit in your stomach. This is the loveliest calcium product to take, the calcium magnesium intensive care, and today we also have it at a weekend special price for all of you. So we'll break that down so you guys can see the savings. A 60, a 250, a 500, or a 1,000 cap size here. The 1,000 is down to 89. Here you can see 64, 37, or 13.90. Here's your savings, nice $40 off. The largest one, and this is 081904. I think we all understand the importance of supplementing calcium, and this is just a mild, lovely calcium product to take. I take mine at night. I have like my little vitamin regimen. I have different things I take throughout the day. I like to take this one in the evening. So let's talk about this, because this is a very special calcium product, and I think it's, for those of us who take it, we enjoy it, and calcium usually is not very enjoyable to take as a supplement.
Oh, I was laughing because you said loveliest and lovely to describe a calcium product. And I think that really, no, you're right. I think that really sums up the reviews you see on this product, is that most people have learned to hate calcium. It's big tablets, rock hard tablets, and calcium and magnesium are minerals. When you turn them into a tablet, you just turned them into a rock. So it's, you know, if you get them out of nature, maybe they came from a rock, why would you want to turn them back into a rock before you swallow them? That's just swallowing a stomach ache, a belly ache. So our calcium, the reason why it's lovely, the reason why it's enjoyable, is it's an ultrafine powder in a capsule. It's designed to be super soluble. So it goes to work for you instead of going to work on you. So it really is different. Most people, as I said, have grown to hate their calcium products. Not the case with this. Soft, small, easy to swallow capsule will never, ever, ever set your stomach. In fact, it will have a tendency to settle your stomach. And as Colleen said, great recommendation. End of the day, calcium, magnesium tend to be soothing minerals. So when you take them at the end of the day, they tend to be wonderful in terms of soothing the nervous system, soothing and relaxing for our musculature if we might be suffering from leg cramps, things like that. So it's a great way to enjoy the product at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And if you do have a chance to read the reviews, please do take a moment to do that, because there's over 600 out of 775, almost 650 are perfect five-star reviews. So clearly this is delivering the benefits, but also just the ease of taking it. And again, I think we all, I remember my brother-in-law, somebody saying they were taking their vitamin C, Andrew, by eating, like a Tums, like eating a, and what is that, a digested thing.
Their calcium, well, a lot of those, the old school antacids, the proton pump inhibitors and the H2 antagonists, whatever they are, those are drugs, and people pop them like they pop Tums or things. The calcium carbonate pills, those buffer the acid in your stomach, and they are, in terms of side effects, basically inconsequential compared to the proton pump inhibitors, the PPIs, and the H2 antagonists. Those are things you really want to be very careful and work closely with your doctor if you're going to be using the latter. So I prefer to get my calcium from a product that's intended to be a calcium supplement. Because the only problem, calcium carbonate is interesting. It's good to an extent. It's actually great to an extent because it's almost 40% calcium. But once you start getting too much of it, it buffers the acidity in the stomach so effectively that it suppresses its own ability to dissolve. It suppresses its own solubility and absorption. So yes, calcium carbonate is good to an extent. Also with calcium, you never want to take more than 500 milligrams at a time. You want to split it up if you're going to take more than that, because you're going to, again, suppress its own absorption. So a few little things to know about calcium.
Thank you. And also, I'm just going to remind everybody, the 1,000, we're down to 300 left here. So that's one. It's a weekend special. Take advantage of it.
One of the things that we're doing, I suppose, first of all, is to make sure we're getting enough calcium, but then we've really been shining a spotlight on making sure that calcium is going where it's supposed to, right?
And it really is less about the old school method of calcium that's just giving you as much as you possibly can, because that's really not a good idea. Like anything, you want to get the correct amount, you want to get the proper balance. And vitamin K2 MK7 is basically the way we have a thermostat in our house to control temperature. It's sort of something that controls calcium and how calcium is used, because calcium is very important, as we know, the health of our skeletons. It's important to be present in every single living cell, but we don't want calcium concentrated in areas where it can be dangerous, where it can be damaging, and that's when we talk about calcification of tissues. And the last thing we want to see calcified are things like our arteries. We do not want that. That's a very negative disease process in our body when tissues become calcified. And what vitamin K2 MK7, its role is to support and promote the healthy metabolism of calcium in our body. And by metabolism, I mean concentrating calcium in the tissues where it serves a functional role, where it's sort of stored as a reservoir, because calcium isn't just used in our bones for their strength and integrity. It's also a reservoir for calcium in our body, sort of a storage facility. So it's really a brilliant design. But that's where you want to have an abundance of calcium. You don't want it in other places. And what vitamin K2 MK7 MK7 does, it stimulates those cells, the osteoblasts, that are responsible for creating healthy bone tissue. And it also ensures that calcium isn't integrated and combined into tissues where we don't want it, where it could cause actual damage. So that's why it's more than just how much calcium can you consume. So whether you get adequate calcium from your diet or you supplement a small amount of calcium, say with my calcium magnesium intensive care, 1 or 2 capsules a day, vitamin MK7 is the opportunity for all of us to ensure that wherever that calcium came from, it goes and stays where it's supposed to, and it doesn't go to where it isn't supposed to and potentially can cause damage. And that's why vitamin K2 is so important. I would say, when you look at a lot of ingredients over the years that have gotten a lot of scientific focus, whether it's CoQ10 or turmeric, there are a number of ingredients, resveratrol, that have gotten a lot of scientific attention. Vitamin D, probably above all. But vitamin K2, it's probably the surprise star of the science in the last decade.
You can take advantage of 25th anniversary pricing. Again, this is the final scheduled show of the anniversary month, and you can see the value is really significant. Special pricing in that middle column, 360 caps is $89.90, saves you $40. Here's what people are saying about vitamin K2 MK7 online, because it really is fascinating to read these. No additives. Because I take so much calcium, my doctor recommended I take vitamin K2 to make sure the calcium was used by my body to strengthen my bones. So I immediately bought these because there were no additives to ruin my health. When you purchase Andrew Lessman supplements, you don't have to worry about the quality or composition. They are clean and manufactured environmentally friendly. Thank you, Andrew Lessman. Andrew, let's jump into that for a second. This reviewer said they're clean and you don't have to worry about the composition. What is she referring to when she says that, do you think?
Well, I think more and more consumers have become aware that when they're getting what they want in a supplement, also in foods, they're often getting things they don't want. And in supplements, it can be a lot of chemicals that we really don't want. And the most unique, probably, and differentiating characteristic of my company is that every single product we make, we do not use manufacturing additives to manufacture it. We simply deliver the ingredient you want, and you don't get any of the things that you don't want. And when you look at an ingredient like vitamin K2, MK7, when I first started talking about it, probably 15 years ago, you would never see a review where someone's doctor had told them that they should be taking vitamin K2, MK7. What's really exciting for me is the validation that comes when you look at those reviews. You'll probably find dozens and dozens and dozens of reviews that say that someone's doctor specifically encouraged them, recommended, insisted that they take vitamin K2, MK7. And you have to know it's very different from vitamin K1. Vitamin K1 is the blood clotting vitamin. It's called vitamin K because of in German, coagulation is spelled with a K. So vitamin K1 was associated with blood clotting, coagulation. But vitamin K2, MK7 is an entirely different chemical structure, an entirely different molecule, and its role is focused on calcium metabolism. And I've said this often, that even more important than getting high levels of calcium is to just get moderate levels of calcium, but to make sure that you have your vitamin K2, MK7. That is the critical part of the calcium utilization equation, and really diffusing the potential that calcium could actually be potentially harmful.
So many reasons to investigate this and to understand this. Andrew, CoQ10, this needs its own build-up because this is one of your all-time best sellers. Something you introduced to the American market all those years ago.
Back in 1984, gives everyone an idea how long I've been doing this. And in 1984, I wasn't aware of another company in America that was offering Coenzyme Q10. No one was talking about it, although the science was abundant. Researchers, biochemists, physiologists all talked about CoQ10 because you can't make cellular energy without CoQ10. And every single one of the hundreds of trillions of cells in our body is responsible for making its own energy. It can't rely on its neighbor. Each cell has to make its own energy. Each cell must have CoQ10 to transport the electrons to make that energy. So as much as you hear talk about ingredients like nicotinamide riboside, NMN and NR and all things like that, all of them must take a distant back seat at the feet of CoQ10.
Yes.
CoQ10 is really the key, the central molecule in terms of energy production, in terms of optimum cellular function, in terms of optimum system and organ function. So when you look at your heart or your liver or your kidneys, whatever organ, your brain, and you look at those organs, their optimum function is generally precisely linked to their ability to produce the energy they need. And CoQ10 is basically its availability. That CoQ10 is a barometer of the efficiency and the optimal functioning of that organ. So there's no overestimating the importance of CoQ10. It basically would be a vitamin, and the most important vitamin in the world, bar none, if our body couldn't produce a little of it. Because our body can produce a little of it, it means technically it's not a vitamin, because vitamins, again, can't be produced by our body. But because our body produces a little, technically CoQ10 isn't a vitamin. But then if you look at its function, what do vitamins do in our body? They function as coenzymes.
Yeah.
So the very name of CoQ10 is to say it's a vitamin. And as such, as I said before, if you look at what it does and its functioning, perhaps the only vitamin that could maybe hold a candle to CoQ10 is vitamin D.
Right.
And in a different role in our body, it almost functions like a pro-hormone, vitamin D. But CoQ10 existence is the ability to live, and the ability to live is directly linked to energy. Without energy, without CoQ10, a cell, an organism couldn't be alive. It's just that important.
So a couple housekeeping things. Pricing is sensational, as you'll see here, for the world's finest CoQ10, 30, 60, 120 or 240. If you order right now, you save significantly on all the sizes. CoQ10 has always been my kind of desert island vitamin supplement. It's what I have every single day. I honestly credit it with getting me through the days with the crazy hours and the crazy shifts. It's something that I rely on and depend on as a natural source of energy. I want to be really clear though. For those of us that have heard of Coenzyme Q10 and we know about it, we've seen it in the big box store, as Andrew talks about, this is not the same as those. There is no equivalent, Andrew, to your CoQ10 versus theirs.
No, and I've said that for a long time. We've been offering CoQ10 for 37 years. And in that time, I think we've developed more experience in how to deliver a CoQ10 product that's going to be more effective than all the other CoQ10 products. And again, that's why if you look at the reviews on this product, I think they number in the thousands.
Yes. And
I think it averages something like 4.7 stars. Which basically makes it a virtually perfect product. Again, over 80% of the reviews are 5-star reviews. So when you look at the role that CoQ10 plays in our body, there's no more important ingredient in terms of, or no more important function that an ingredient could have than to be responsible for the movement of electrons that is responsible for the energy that we experience. And if you look at the reviews, the benefits, the response, it runs the gamut of experiences, because energy affects virtually everything. It affects how our organs function, but it affects basically how we experience life. And CoQ10, it's the perfect addition to any multivitamin. It's the perfect foundation to any supplement regime, because it basically is like a vitamin. We were talking about Essential 1 yesterday, and Essential 1, the perfect addition to that is our CoQ10. And what's even better, our CoQ10 also behaves like a separate B complex supplement, a separate vitamin C supplement, a separate B12 supplement, because our CoQ10, one of the things I've realized in offering CoQ10 for 37 years, is as important as it is, CoQ10 doesn't do all its work on its own.
Right.
And if you don't make sure that you have the key nutrients that CoQ10 relies on to work its magic in your body, then you're going to be out of luck. And most people struggle with or suffer from multiple nutrient insufficiencies. So CoQ10 on its own, even if you're deficient, won't be able to fix anything unless the other nutrients that are lacking are also delivered at the same time.
Two very quick reviews. The first one that folks were reading on screen said, feeling the difference, and it truly is the case. Top of the line ingredients, says this reviewer, with so many CoQ10 products on the market, this is the finest ingredients that doesn't upset your stomach and boost your energy. I'm a customer for life. Thank you, Andrew, for educating us and bringing the finest products available to HSN. Finally, awesome. My doctor told me to start taking CoQ10. She said, at my age, my body doesn't make as much as I need. After about 2 weeks, I personally could tell I had more energy during the day. If I miss a day or two, I could really tell the difference. I only use this brand of supplement whenever my doctor tells me I need something. My doctor can see the difference too. Stay in the ordering process for CoQ10. You will truly feel the difference. I swear by it.
This is brand new. I think none of us have had the opportunity to take a look at the saffron. So this is your saffron extract. I do know, number one, saffron extremely expensive and certainly something that's been around for thousands of years. Today, you are going to receive in your choices your 30 capsules, the 60 capsules. You can see the $24.90 normal, $16.90 there, saving $8. 120 at only $39.90, $27.90 is your price, $12 savings, and the 240 capsules down here. Normally $64.90, $44.90, a $20 saving. So, Andrew, the first thing, you know, even just reading positive emotional balance, mood balance along with sleep, this is something we all need.
Well, and we only, this is its first appearance.
Oh, I'm excited.
We were only able to make a limited supply. It's a product that I've been watching carefully and monitoring the research, identifying the best source also. Because every ingredient that we make, every formula we make, we need to be able to assay it in our laboratory. It took us years to be able to acquire a validated assay for the standardized ingredient in saffron, because we just don't trust someone who says, oh, this is good saffron. We want to make sure that when we're looking at things like saffronol or whatever the component is in saffron that you're testing for, we want to make sure that we're testing it ourselves. So it was a multi-year, multi-step process. So when you look at saffron, I think I'm probably going to misquote the number, but I know it takes thousands of stigmas. The stigmas are the little filaments that we see in a flower. When we look at a flower is actually the reproductive organ of a plant. There's pistils and stamens and anthers, and the stigma is that part of the plant that carries the pollen. And so it takes thousands and thousands and thousands of stigma that have to be removed, mind you, by hand, which is why saffron is by far and away the most expensive spice.
Definitely.
And then when you consider, we're not even dealing with this as a spice, we're dealing with this as a standardized extract of that spice. The price goes up by orders of magnitude, but this is actually the culmination of a very long and arduous process for us to be able to make this product available. And saffron, it's Muriel's new favorite product. You take 1 or 2 capsules a day, whether you're looking for something to help in terms of emotional balance or mood, positive emotional balance, or whether you want something that enhances relaxation, or again, recent studies supports a better, deeper, higher quality sleep, then saffron is really the go-to botanical.
Oh my gosh, check, 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 yes on all of those, absolutely. And by the way, guys, no one has seen this, so this is the very first airing, and you are right, Andrew, even Pat was saying we extremely limited quantities that we have across the board.
By the way, I just looked at my notes that since I wrote the label many, many months ago.
Yeah.
It's 200,000 stigma to equal 1 pound. And each one of those needs to be removed by hand. And that's to equal 1 pound of saffron, not the ingredient that we have here, which is a further standardized version of saffron, because again, it's standardized for the active component that supports its benefits in terms of emotional balance, positive outlook, and supporting sleep quality. So it's an amazing product. It's something that saffron has been prized for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and even today, it's still the most expensive spice you'd ever contemplate investing in. If we were to say that, investing in your kitchen, but it's incredibly unique, and its chemical composition incredibly unique, and as are its benefits.
Oh my gosh, and the prices today, based on all of that, Andrew, off the charts. So this is, as you said, a phenomenal opportunity. If you can get in, you can take advantage of it. 076873